3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so we start off going this way to the pawn shop. So first we need to move camera a certain way, about here. So we enter, we buy the mirror, we buy it again, and now we live. And the game crashed. So yeah.
Yeah, so what he was trying to do there is there's a glitch with the mirror, specifically in the shop, where when you scroll the screen to certain positions, it changes memory addresses, and the mirror, buying the mirror also changes other memory addresses. So when you leave the shop again, it just reads that memory and does whatever's there. And it can warp you, it can change your level, it can give you equipment and gold, so it really has a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, my goal there was to get level 10 right away, but...
Yeah, it can take a good few attempts to get this. It's really temperamental as to where you have to be.
This glitch seems pretty random, although I don't know what affects it. I guess maybe inputs, time, or movement of NPCs. I'm not really sure. Okay, so we got levels. So now a new strat. So I'm going to do the glitch once more. This time a bit different, with different cameras, so I get maximum gold. Here we go. Also, I'm going to save to show one glitch later. So now we need to get a weapon and armor. Otherwise we can't progress. That's how this game is. So I'm going to buy the best equipment, which will be useful in the last dungeon. Oops. So now we equip that stuff. And now we go to the town's seer. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. So she'll send us on a mission to retrieve the books of Is.
And for anyone that doesn't know, the the books of Is are basically old religious books based around the goddesses of Is, and they apparently contain great power. And this power will apparently save the world, so we have to go get them.
Yeah, also I went around, because if I went down here between those two houses, I would be teleported in some random place and basically softlock the game. Also, because there's a chance that a mirror glitch can cause you to get teleported to the mines, from where I can return, but that costs about 20 seconds each time. So far there's a chance I'm going to save 2 minutes on the first split.
The combat is fairly similar to something like Hide, where you just walk into the enemy to harm it. You normally have to be a little bit off center on the sprite, otherwise there's a good chance that the enemy will actually block the attack. But there's no actual button presses involved. You're literally just walking into them.
Also, what I did here, I went to talk to other NPC and get the key to the palace, the first dungeon. So that's where we're heading now, and very soon there will be a first boss. Also, I noticed that people think I have interesting accent in chat. So yeah, I'm Polish, and I'm 22, 23 in April. So this is the, let's call it, early level of palace. Here we still can regain health by just standing still. In the next area of the palace we can't anymore. And at the end of this walk there will be first boss, the sorcerer Ankarat, just behind the next door.
Yep, and blinking, you'll miss this one because he's so over leveled for this stage of the game, and he has the best equipment. It's just over in a flash.
There he goes. And yeah, I'm 2 minutes ahead now of my PB. So yeah, that was Ankarat. There were these tongues of flame that could hurt you, but Ankarat was good enough to spawn in the middle, so I didn't take any damage, which is good, because I saved time on not having to regain health, because you regain health after defeating a boss. So less you lose, you save time.
Yeah, and the actual count back up for your health is really slow, especially if you've lost a lot. It can take a good 15 seconds to get your health back up. So there's a significant time loss if you take too much damage.
Yeah.
And I believe now you need to rescue the people from the prison.
Yeah, but first I need that key to the prison, and also I'm getting the second treasure chest here, which contains key to the chests, which allows me to open every treasure chest in the game. Right here. I need that because there's one chest in the previous screen, which contains needed item.
Yeah, it's that the mask, if I remember rightly.
Yes, the Mask of Eyes.
Yeah, the Mask of Eyes, which allows you to see things that you can't normally see.
Pretty much it allows to see 2 hidden doors in the game, which you have to go through. Okay, so we're heading to prison now, and there are 3 doors. In first there is a monster, in second there is a girl, and in the last there is a treasure with a silver bell. You can trade silver bell for strength ring, but we don't use that in the run. I was using that, but then I discovered that rings don't work in the boss battles, so that was pointless. Because normally strength ring boosts your damage twice. So now we have the Mask of Ice, we rescued the girl, so we're heading back to collect more treasure. Also, starting from the third screen of this deeper palace, which is the next one where I wasn't yet, enemies can actually hurt you, even though I'm max level and have the best armor from the shop. They can still deal a little damage, not much, but like a pixel. This will end as soon as I get the silver shield, but I'm not really going to equip that because well, I'm not going to equip it right away to save time on menuing. I'll equip this later when I have to equip Mask of Ice. So new enemies here, there are those lions and stoneheads, and now those dark cloaked knights of sort. Okay, so we're close to the boss. First we go a little better and take the silver shield. And also when we'll be going back through that statue portal, we're gonna hit the enemy right away, cause he spawns where we spawns after teleporting, which is pretty weird. But it's a very good spot to grind in no mirror glitch category.
Casually, that actually caused me a lot of problems when I came back. I didn't really have any health left when I was playing it the first run through, and I ended up actually dying to that a few times.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest positioning to deal with if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap if you're not prepared, but for a speedrun that's a good place to grind, as I said. Okay, so now we're taking the second key that's there in this dungeon. We need those keys to open doors here and in the mines, the next dungeon. Okay, so there's first of the two instances of using Mask of Ice to reveal those doors. Also, you see everything in black and white, and you can't see any enemy here. Well, except the bosses. All other enemies are invisible now. So one of the keys I picked up opens those doors, and now is the boss, the worm. Battle doesn't start until I hit the top wall, so I position myself to the left, so I can quickly kill him. Oops, I missed him. That was terrible. But I'm still 2 minutes ahead. So yeah, I start it this way so I can kill him quickly, but I screwed it up a little. And now I use swing to get back to town. So first thing, we buy another wing. And now we go to see the seer. And accidentally hit the NPC. So yeah, if you hit NPC that's on the overworld, you just talk to him. And turns out our seer was killed. And her last words were, "Head to the mines." And we also got second book of Is. First we got after killing the worm. So now we head to the mines, which is one of the harder dungeons, even though we are pretty well armed. We can still die there pretty easily, especially on the third floor, because enemies there are pretty merciless.
Yeah, the old no credit swap route, I believe, used to go into the mines initially to get its first lot of gold, but it was really risky. You could die very easily, and it took quite a while to kill the enemies that you were looking for.
Yeah.
So when the new way of doing it was found, it's made the whole thing a bit easier and also quite a bit faster.
Yeah, so here I got the timer ring, which I'm not going to equip until I get silver shield. This ring halves enemies speed in half, so it makes them really easier to deal with, especially in the final dungeon, because enemies there are really fast, and I mean really fast. Okay, so now we head to the second floor to get the Seed of Roda, which will let us talk with the plants, which is needed to get the silver sword. But first we pick this potion. It's gonna be useful before the next boss. Just to heal before it, cause boss of the mines is a jerk. Oops, that's the wrong Also, once I equipped silver armor, enemies on the first floor can't wound me. So here is a second floor. Enemies here are totally different than those on the first. And here is the Seed of Rhoda. And I forgot to equip the wing. So now we get another wing. Oops. Oops, I moved too far up. I keep forgetting where to go. Because now we're supposed to not go to the mines again, but talk
It's
to
supposed
this...
to talk to the tree.
Yeah. And it says that Silver Sword lies buried under the... under its brethren, which is south here. Yeah, right here. So now we get the silver sword. And we equip it right away along with the healing potion, which will be useful before the upcoming boss. Cause I'm likely to lose plenty of health on the third floor of the mines, so I would need to heal before it. Okay, so now we're getting back to mines the same way we went last time, or at least similar. And this time we're going to the third floor to encounter the boss and get yet another book of Is. So down here there is also a healing ring, which allows us to heal anytime, except for boss fights, but it's not really that useful, so we just skip it.
Yeah, it's better to just be good and not take the damage in the first place if you can.
Yeah. Also,
It takes so long to use the ring that it's really not worth it.
yeah, also if you really need health, you can heal in the tower on the balconies. Basically those looping areas. Okay, the third floor. Here are the problems, because there are black knights, which are a really big problem. And there's also some flying bird we just passed, barely. What bird's doing in the mines? I have no clue. Okay, so soon we should encounter Knight. There he is. Ooh, this Knight was really nice. Usually he takes me twice that time to get rid of. Okay.
Yeah, and that was a good example of when you go straight into an enemy, they have a good chance of blocking you.
Yeah.
When he was heading up that tunnel.
Basically you won't hit enemies, so your sprites barely touch each other. This way you're guaranteed to not get hit. Or if hit, then there's lesser chance. I don't think if this affects your chance of hitting though. I guess not. Okay, so here we are, the next boss. Birdo, the vampire, and it's a jerk. So he splits into 16 pieces and flies around. And then we have to wait until he morphs together. And I screwed up because you can score 2 hits and I did only 1. Also, problem with him is also that he can fool you, acting as if he's uniting and then suddenly spread just before uniting. Okay. So you can score 2 hits per cycle, and that's what I'm aiming for. But I think I got only 1 in the first, so that might be a problem. Well, it won't be a problem, I just lose a little time.
Birdo again, proving that he's a jerk.
Yep. Okay, so because I missed 1 hit in the first cycle, I am needing extra 1, so now I just need for him to unite and he's going to be dead. Like that. And I actually golded that split by a couple seconds. So now I'm 2.5 minutes ahead of my PB. Also, in the mines I picked the silver harmonica, which I need to return to the poetess, which is right here in the corner. Yes, Erasmus, it's a world record pace, and also I can save like another minute or 1.5 minutes in the final dungeon. So in total I can even get sub 1 hour, which is my ultimate goal for this category for now. So now that we got 3 books, we're going to the Jebba, who gave us key to the palace, like earlier. She is right here. So now she's going to read us books of Is we have. And now she says that last 3 books are probably in the Tower of Doom. So now we're heading to the Chief of the Fifths, and he'll show us the way to the tower, but once we enter there is no way out.
Yep, and it is possible to like get yourself stuck in a position where you can't really do anything by doing that.
Yeah. Also, I didn't buy a wing because if you have wing while entering the tower, it's extra text box, because he says that I can't use that there, so he'll keep that. Also, he wouldn't let us in if we didn't return the harmonica. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the one side room to get Evil Ring and Healing Potion for later, because it's gonna be useful. Also, other reason is this guy right here. I'll explain later why. So get used to this room with columns, cause there is a lot of rooms like this. Basically this is outer wall of the tower. Also, those two guys are jerks most of the time. And I don't
Yeah,
remember...
the tower's layout can be very confusing if you've not done this before.
Yeah, tower is very large, very long, and has a lot of paths, so yeah, it's really easy
It's
to get
very
lost.
easy to get lost.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna keep going to the next area, which is a couple rooms away. And couple floor up. Okay. Oops. Okay, I think it's going to be next room that's going to be very special. We'll see. Not this one, the very next one. So now we fell to the trap, and we're in the prison. We also use all the silver items. And that's the reason why I'm buying the best weapon and armor from the shop. So enemies won't be that big of a problem. In the earlier path I was buying the cheapest one, because I wasn't doing mirror glitch to get money. So enemies before I regained the armor set were actually pretty tough, but not so much anymore. Well, they still can dish out nice damage, but they aren't the big problem.
Yeah, and the silver items, I can't remember if you need all of them back, but you need at least I think the sword and the shield.
Well, technically you only need sword, but good luck defeating final boss without silver set.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage, and the silver set really mitigates a lot of that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that silver set, even though it's second best, it's extra effective against the final boss. Okay, so here I'm going to do first safety save, because those guys are a problem and it's better to avoid them instead of fighting. Okay. Yeah, he hit me once and I got like 5 pixels of damage. So here is the last time we're using the Mask of Ice. So this guy who rescued us from prison gave us statue, which we give back to this guy here, which we can see. And get blue necklace, which will protect us from evil, including that trap earlier. So now we switch Mask of Ice to blue necklace. Oops. Also, what you saw before was the effect of pressing 2 instead of 1 on equipment menu. It showed the items I have but can't equip. So I always cancel out the equipment menu with 1, so to not see that thing.
Yeah, that second screen has stuff like the Books of East and keys
And whatnot.
stuff, just passive stuff that you don't have to actually manually equip.
Okay. This room actually went pretty well. Also, this necklace is going to protect us from the trap we fell on earlier. And after getting past the trap, we're going to very soon regain the silver sword, which we actually need to defeat the first boss of the tower. Yeah, like this. Okay, another safety save here. The biggest problem I have personally with tower is that there are many tight corridors, so that it's really hard to avoid enemies.
Yeah, a lot of the enemies also seem to position themselves directly in the middle of the corridors, so it's even more difficult. If they
Well,
were kind of on an edge, it'd be a bit easier.
actually, it's not that bad if they are on the middle, because I can move more to the
I
side.
can side go to the side and just kill them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I forgot to equip the silver sword, and now we really need that to defeat the boss, which should be now in that room. Yep, wait, yes, it's that room. So we're gonna encounter the first boss, Insecta, which looks like praying mantis. It appears as soon as we hit these doors up here, so I'm gonna save for safety. Okay, so Insecta throws 3 boomerangs, and we should be careful not to get hit by them. So you want to stay rather far away, so boomerangs have longer way to return.
Yeah, Insecta decided not to be too much of a jerk that time.
She is actually very manipulatable. If you, I'm not
Yeah, it's
sure.
in the right position when he throws.
Yeah, that's why right after starting the fight I went right away from it, so the first boomerang flied pretty far away from it. Also, I'm 3 minutes ahead of now and I can save 1 minute on the second to last boss, so there are still pretty big chances of this being the new record.
Yep, and the save there, by the way, was just for safety, and like the end of the game can really be terrible. There's a good chance that the last boss will just lock you in a place, and you won't be able to get out to attack it at all. So it's very much a good idea to have a safety save for this.
Yeah, even on normal non-marathon speedruns I always save in this dungeon, cause it's just merciless. So now we picked the silver shield, which caused those statues to become alive. We equip it along with the hammer, which we need now to destroy an item. Okay, is this place I'm thinking of? Yes, so here we have a crossroad. We can either go up or down. So first we're going to go up. To destroy one random column here. Well, it's not random, it's always fifth to the right. And you have to hit it from the bottom, otherwise it doesn't count. So we do that to prevent death wind to flow in one of the rooms ahead, only so we won't take any damage here, otherwise our HP is going to be drained over time in that room at a pretty fast rate.
Yeah, if you don't break that pillar, there's basically no way of realistically doing this room, because it just drains that quickly.
Well,
And if you can do this room, you'll be left with so little health that you'll either need a potion or...
actually you
some
can do
other way of
this
getting
room
health.
with potion, if you heal mid-room, but there is a problem that later we need to backtrack past this room, and if you do skip it with potion, then, well, you can't really go back, even with another potion. Well, actually there is another potion, but...
But it'd waste so much time getting it that it wouldn't be worth it.
In total you would need 3 potions, which is possible, but it's really faster just to destroy the
Just to
pillar.
break the pillar, yeah.
Because getting 3rd potion would require you to backtrack even further to the bottom of the tower, where I picked the evil ring, so totally not worth it. Okay, coming up is the next boss, which is a bit random, but there is a way sorta to manipulate it, but it still can be a jerk a little. According to manual it's called eyeball, spelled with I, not one, that's one letter. What am I doing? I wanted to save. Okay, so it shoots a bit random, but the angle it shoots at turns counterclockwise, so and I'm dead again. Also, question from MAVX, what got me to this game? Well, first I got into Master System speedruns, and then I got cart of this game, and nobody did runs of no credits warp, so I picked it up. And I still saved time with those 2 deaths. Nice. So now we pick the rod and yet another book of Is. So yeah, I also speedrun the no mirror glitch category, which is 1 hour longer because I have to grind a lot. Anyway, now that we have the wand, we can use mirrors to teleport. And we're gonna use it right now. Okay, so using this mirror labyrinth we can either go to the next area or get the silver armor. And I'm going to get silver armor first. If only that guy wouldn't be a jerk. Oh shit, I got wrecked. And now I have to redo the boss. Ouch. Yes, Rasmus, I'm going to do credit swap afterwards. That was really unfortunate death, but I didn't save cause I don't usually die there. So I got a little cocky. But oh well, happens. Well, silver armor is the second best AMVX, and it's better than the best one for the final boss, which we also skip.
I think now's about as good a time as any. It's going back over what he's done before, so.
Yeah. Well, there is one place in this mirror maze where you can die, but it was 2 mirrors later, so I wasn't prepared for dying there. But the knight who was in the room with the mirror got into this tight passage and pretty much comboed me. Okay, not going to risk it this time. And he went there again. Luckily, enemies in this area are pretty easy to aggro, so you can easily lure them. Like that. Okay, and here's the biggest problem. So you can actually spawn... He can actually move, so you will spawn on top of him and get comboed and die. So that was only place I was afraid of dying in this maze. Now we're going to go the actual way forward. Also, let's equip silver armor. So now with silver armor, those guys can't pretty much hurt me. Wait, I keep forgetting where to go here. Okay, so in that room we also get the best shield in the game, the battle shield. There's also battle armor somewhere in this dungeon, but I don't remember where the hell it is, so... Also, you need to go, if I recall correctly, 2 screens to get it, so it's too much. Now we go the side path to the... Well, that's actually pretty interesting, because there is a second tower in midair, connected with the main one by a bridge. And now we're going to go to the second tower, which only has one floor. And this game is actually from 86, but the Master System port is from the 87. In 86 it was released on Japanese computers, I think it was PC-88, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was released on a few different machines. I think there was a NES port as well.
Yes, but NES port is
That was a
totally...
bit later.
Yeah, and it's also totally reworked. The maps are totally different. There is no gold pedestal, and there's also some side quest of sorts. Anyway, the poetess came here for some reason and gave us the monocle, which allows us to read the books of Is. Earlier only Jeba could read it to us, but now we can read it as well. Also, this jerk came here. Okay, we're good. And now we have to go way back to get one item that's needed to fight the final boss. The talisman. Oops, I almost died there. Yeah, my HP is pretty low, but I guess I'll deal with it. If needed, I can just use the potion, because there's another one up ahead, but if I could get there before using my potion, that potion from chest would be used automatically, because you can only carry one. Okay, so now we'll go back this way for yet another mirror that teleports us to the beginning of the maze. Like this. So yeah, there won't be much going on for a while, so if you have any donations, you can read them. Oops, a bit too far. Okay, so now we talk to this guy. And he's gonna give us the amulet that we need to fight the final boss. So now we go all the way back from where we came. And then we'll be heading for the two final bosses. Okay, good thing those enemies can't hurt me anymore. Or otherwise I would be dead right now. Okay, so we're almost back on the track. Okay, in upcoming rooms, enemies are pretty merciless, even though I have the second best armor and the best shield, and I'm level 10. Especially one down there, cause he can block that path. Oh, but he was nice enough. Wow, that's a really nice room so far. Fuck. That was almost perfect. Especially this tight place right here, cause that's the one I'm most afraid of. But so far... Oh. Not going too good. That's actually one of the rooms I'm most afraid of, cause it's really tough, because those enemies are tough and it's really tight. Luckily there, right here, is a healing potion, and because I have one already, it's going to be used right away. So now I'm healed, and it's much better. I probably am going to be more carefree now and do plenty of mistakes. I already lost like 1/6 of HP, so there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to equip the silver mirror and save. So mirror has 4 uses, and I might use one right here to skip this guy. Luckily I didn't have to, so I'm going to use remaining charges later. That was actually one of the optional places I can use mirror, cause there are 2 I really want to use mirror. Which is, I think, the next one room. Yeah, the next room. Safety save. Also, I use mirror here because enemies come from this hole, so they won't come out. Now we get flame sword, the best sword in the game. Another extra save. And now I'm using it as I exit this room, so enemies won't combo me. I still took a lot of damage, but I'm alive, and that's what counts. So there's only one room left before the 2 bosses, so yeah. And go ahead, John.
I was just going to say the enemies in the end bit of this tower are they're clearly designed for you to be max level and have the best equipment. There's no way that anyone would want to tackle them with anything less.
Also, question from chat: can I still get world record? Oops, I died. The answer is yes. Oops. I was saving a lot in my current world record too, because this last part is pretty merciless. And I'm now screwing up, but I can save a little time on the second to last boss, so I'm not really sure about the PBing, because I keep screwing up so much right now. But it might be at least a couple second PB at very least. Because as you see, it's really easy to die in this dungeon, especially on the top floors. Yeah, I should use the mirror here, not even think about it. Oh shoot, he almost got me. Okay, so now I'm going to use potion. And save it. So that's second to last boss, Heady. You can only hit the yellow head, and also because they keep flashing and because I stream at 30 FPS, you might only see the single head. Oops, I screwed him up. Basically, when they collide in the middle, you won't keep going up and down to deal them constant damage. And then after you deal some, those orbs orbiting them start to disappear. Well, that was pretty early death. In my PB I died at the very end of the fight. So I can still... well, I'm losing time already, but I can still PB with this. And it's going pretty bad, because normally after 4 meetings I should at least get rid of 1 orb. And I am also starting with the head on the right, because it's the yellow head is first on the right. Oops.
Yeah, this has been pretty rough.
I touched the pixel. Okay, I guess RIP PB, but still, it was a pretty decent run. For me, not practicing much. Well, it is, because it's not finished yet. There's still 1 boss to go. And I'm doing really bad. What the heck? Yeah, I'm doing terribly on this boss. And I have the best sword in the game, so you see how tough he is. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to beat him without taking any damage, especially if you're going fast, like I do. Okay. So as I said, when they meet in the middle, you want to keep going up and down to deal damage on those heads. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was pretty bad though. Okay. Luckily you can save everywhere, so it's not that bad.
This boss has been a massive jerk today.
Well, I can't really call him jerk because his movement is set. I'm just being bad. There is no RNG to this boss whatsoever. I'm just being really bad. Okay. Basically, after 3 or 4 head meetups, let's call it this way, I want to at least 1 orb be gone. Like happened there. So I'm left with 2 hits. So now I need to be careful. Okay, only 2 orbs left. I fucked up. screwing this boss totally. Also, I forgot to mention those orbs doesn't hurt me before the boss starts moving, so there's that. Okay, now we're better. Okay, he's like 3 or 2 hits left. Oh shit. He was on the last hit and I got killed.
Ouch. It's pretty rough.
Yeah. Okay, he's done. I'm only 6 minutes behind my PB.
At least you've got him down. It's
Yeah, so now I change to the silver set because final boss is weak against silver. The silver sword deals him way more damage than the flame sword, and also silver armor grants greater protection against his attacks. Well, except one that causes instant death, but it can be easily avoided. Safety save. So this is Dalk Decked, as this game calls him, although his lore name is Dark Fact. So he causes those meteors to fall from the sky, and also when he's hit, the floor below him collapses. And if we're on the collapsing floor, we die instantly, no save. It also can cause us to get stuck somewhere if we get surrounded by the holes in the floor. But yeah, with silver set he dies rather easily. Okay, he's almost dead. And also because he's weak to silver, he almost dealt no damage to me. Okay, get ready with the time, cause it's coming in a bit. So now we find the last book of Is in his clothes, and now we read it to defeat the evil. And time. 1:10:06, plus I failed a little mirror glitch, so I guess we're a little more on track with the schedule, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so now quickly a credits warp. So if actually
The credit swap is much faster. It only takes like between 21 and 25 seconds for a decent run.
yeah, there's no reason really to even time it, because I don't really care for PB and it's so fast that setting up the timer would take longer. So first I moved down here, then I moved camera over here, enter the pawn shop, buy a mirror, buy it 1, 2, 3 more times and exit. And that's it. Credits warp. And there you go, credits warp. So I guess that's all there is to this game.
Yep. So that was these Vanished Omens for the Master System.
Thank you guys for watching, and sorry that I did so bad on the seconds to last boss, but happens. So I guess I see us sometime soon. Thanks for watching.